October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.
Birmingham?
I know, but can I just be honest with you? I've missed you, if I'm going to be honest. You know what I mean?
Right.
I miss our conversations.
Good.
I've had people come up to me and say, why has Eddie not been on the channel? I said, he's a hard man to get hold of, but we are here. And I am grateful to be joined by the one and only Eddie Hearn. Can you make sure your mic's on, Eddie?
1 2 1 2. Is that?
Can you pull it off and see if the light's on it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a bit of a disaster.
It would be, and that's been my day so far. But Eddie, I like what you've done here. 3 presses, well, it's going to be 4 essentially in one day. What's the motive behind that?
Obviously, the shows are coming thick and fast, and this run till the end of the year now is crazy. Obviously, with Ben Eubank Fight Week, everybody's in town. You've got the arrivals tonight. We wouldn't normally do presses on the fight week, but obviously it's Tuesday. And rather than do like 3 separate presses, we just thought we'd roll it all into one. It is the craziest close of a year I've ever seen. I mean, don't forget, you've got obviously Ben Eubank this week. You've got Riyadh next week. Brilliant fight night with a ring. The week after, you've got the return of Ben Whittaker in Birmingham. Monte Carlo, December the 6th, Monaco. December the 13th, Stockton, California. December 20th, now Ghana. And the 27th back in Riyadh for the Night of Samurai. So it's just a wild run now from now to the end of the year.
Well, what I will say, and I mean credit to all of the other shows that we've got going on, but I will say I do like your attitude and how you're pushing the business of Matchroom. Fair enough, you know, you've got the investment with Riyadh, but you're still putting on shows here, there and everywhere. I'm also fully aware that you've just got back to the UK from the Dalton Smith presser. A book that you sent out to us quite a while ago, Relentless. You've kept to your word, haven't you?
Yeah, I just think that, you know, we're all lucky, but I'm very lucky to be doing.
Are you lucky, or is that hard work, Eddie?
I think I'm lucky as well. I think that you have to get a little bit of luck. I mean, like, you know, the old adage, which is a famous golfer who says that the more I practice, the luckier I get. And that's kind of reflective on life as well. The work done in the dark will come to light, all that kind of stuff. And I'm a believer in that. I think that if you put the work in, you will get results. And I think sometimes people overthink life and they overthink what it takes and all that kind of stuff. And I think consistency is the key word. And I think if you do the right things, you work as hard as you can, and you're consistent, things will happen for you. Sometimes it might take longer, and sometimes you get a little stroke of luck, or sometimes you get a leg up, or whatever it's going to be. But to last the test of time and to last the course, you need those attributes. And I think they're underrated attributes, hard work and consistency. Because, you know, for anybody, I think watching this, that is a really good message. And some people will feel like the doors aren't opening. Some people will feel like, oh, I'll never get a break. You 1,000,000% will if you keep doing that. Again, I can't tell you when it's going to come. Might come this week, might come in 5 years. But there is no doubt the underrated skill of consistency and hard work, right? It's just, but to do that, you have to have a passion for what you do, and you have to have the engine, right? I mean, that's my biggest attribute is, and I don't know what it is, but I have the ability to just go, don't stop. And that's, you know, a couple of years ago, decided to just look after myself a little bit more for that reason. Just like an athlete or a boxer would try and raise their performance to perform. And that, you know, that's the same with me. If I can be a little bit healthier, if I can train more, if I can get sleep, if I can eat right, I can do 3 of these, and then tonight, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then go again next week. Do you know what I mean? So, but it all comes down to a love for what you do. If I didn't love it, I probably would have turned around by now and gone, I just can't do it anymore. Like, I don't want to be doing this every week, but I do. That's what I love to do.
And I think it shows, because one of the things that you've shown me over the past, 5 years, I've been monitoring this sport, as you can say, from a closer eye, is you've got resilience. The fact is you don't back down.
Yeah.
The fact is that if somebody tries to compete with you, you like to show them who's boss. And we've seen that. And we've seen it a lot more recently. And like I said, you've literally, look, I've got 3 shows behind me. You always come out fighting.
Yeah. I think just I love to win. And that comes from education in sport, I think, more than anything. Like,
And the fighter mentality,
yeah,
you've got a little bit of
but
as well.
really, you know, my dad just drummed into me the hard work and consistency. But the win, we have to win, son, at all costs. And it was all, and that was how that's why I feel so passionately about sport in terms of educating the next generation, because I think it teaches you so much, but it also teaches you about winning and losing, and also that, like, that's just life and that's just what happens. So that's why when we went on a bad run and we're losing, like, all these fights, 5v5, AJ gets beat, Conor Benn gets, like, and everyone's like, oh my God, Eddie Hearn is just getting hammered at the moment, drilled. And it's like, it is. It's like, but again, like, you know.
But it's refreshing that you show a human side to yourself.
Yeah, but I just think that's life, and, you know, you draw on your passion for what you do, you draw on maybe some faith, and you know that things are going to turn around, and that's life as well. Same, you know. And when I said Romans 8:18, the joy, the pain of what you're feeling is nothing compared to the joy that's coming. I know that went a little bit viral, but that's a real true reflection of life, I think. And actually, that's both sides. So when things are going really well, because of the times we got stuffed, it just keeps you from not getting complacent, because you know probably what's coming. So you have a good run now. I know we're going to probably go on a bad run at some point, but that's life. And
life.
If you can understand that and roll with it, you can enjoy it as well.
Anthony Joshua is somebody that I want to speak about. I'm fully aware that I'm going to get tapped on the shoulder in a minute, so I'm going to cut to Anthony Joshua. I did a video about him, about 45 minutes, just talking about his career. Where is he at the moment? Because what I see, Eddie, and I'll let you know why I'm asking you this question, I see a fighter that has done so much for boxing, that made people like me start watching boxing again. You two together, a fantastic team. He has been on that run. He's had his wins, he's had his losses, he's had his wins and he's had his losses, but he still seems to be searching for himself.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think of that? You know me better than all
I don't
of
think
us.
he's searching for himself. I think
don't?
he's searching for just improvement all the time and trying to be the best version of himself. I think that whenever I'm around AJ, he's a man that is, I mean, the energy is, and just the peace that he kind of gives to the circle. Do you know what I mean?
The aura is
like, I think that sometimes he's a little bit misunderstood. Like, when you're around him and you're spending time with him, you wouldn't think that he was searching for himself. But I think sometimes he overthinks the game, where he's at, and it's like the desire is so strong to be the best he can be. Sometimes it can be quite intense. And I think when you look at nights like Usyk 2 and you saw him kind of implode a little bit, that's because of how hard he worked and how much it meant to him. And I think the defeat to Dubois probably made him, like, people don't realise how much that hurt him, that defeat, but he didn't react in the same way as he did in the Usyk fight. So people didn't really probably know the pain that loss inflicted. It was, as boxing can sometimes be, humiliating. You know, he went down 4 times, he couldn't get up, he kept getting up, then he got knocked out in London in front of 90,000 people. It's not an, you know, when it means so much to you, you don't realise how much that hurts. And it took him a long time to rediscover the love for the sport, which he 1,000,000% has now. And now the only thing he's searching for is the improvements to try and make him world heavyweight champion again, or to beat Tyson Fury, or to compete in this last chapter of his career. So at the moment, he's great. He's really dialed in. We'll make a decision on his next fight this week. And I think people will be pleased with the route that we're taking. And yeah, the last chapter, I don't know whether it's 3 fights, 2 fights, 5 fights, but it's the last roll of the dice, and he's in a good place.
Final words from you then, Eddie. What can we expect from Matchroom in 2026?
We're about to announce, I think, this week, 4 shows for January and February, 2 in America, 2 in the UK. Just a brilliant start to the year. Like, we're more motivated than ever. We're getting the schedule right. We're getting the fights right. Got a great stable of fighters internationally. Like I said, more motivated than ever. I think 2026 will be our best year yet.
Thank you so much for your time, Eddie. An absolute pleasure to speak
Good
to you.
to talk to you.
And
Cheers.
speak to you soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.